Happy New Year, everybody! I hope your year is getting off to a great start. Mine is really not getting off to a great start. On New Year's Day, I had a tooth break. It was that tooth right there, that canine. And there's like a huge chunk missing off the back of it. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that. Well, I mean, obviously get it fixed, but I just don't know when. Aside from that, it's just been really busy, but I wanted to start making these vlog type videos again because I remember starting them like a couple of years ago and then I just kind of dropped the ball. So I just want to kind of pick them up again because I got to thinking lately that maybe showing the life of being a composer, a musician, and an instrument maker might be a little interesting. I don't know. I mean, I won't know until I try this, but I wanted to just like kind of bring you in on my process and like what inspires me and, you know, like what sort of things I go through day to day. So today I am here in my studio, which is actually my mom's craft room. It's not the most ideal place, but it's what I've got right now. And that's kind of like what I want to talk about today is starting where you're at. And I remember when I first got here a couple years ago, just before the pandemic started, it was my idea to just like be here only for like maybe a week or two, and then I would just take off in the van because my idea was just like convert the van, get it all done, get it set up so I can live out of it, and then just take off onto an extended road trip in March of 2020. Then this pandemic showed up and life totally changed, just like it did for a lot of people. And so the extended road trip never happened. And so I've been kind of like trying to figure out where to go and what to do from here. So I thought, since I'm here anyway, I might as well just carve out a little space wherever I can to at least have a place to do music. And so my mom's craft room ended up being that space, at least for now. What I dream about and what I plan on doing, hopefully like in the next year or two, is getting a bona fide studio, or at least a bona fide space where I could set a studio up. So that's the thing I'm working on right now. And so I'm just kind of coming up with like different ideas and working on different things, like, you know, classes or whatever, you know, whatever it is I can work on to get it out there and start making some money. So that's kind of where life is at right now. And it's awkward, it's weird, it's a little embarrassing because I'm doing this at an age when most people are starting to look at retirement. I guess kind of in a way, it's a you're never too old kind of video. It's kind of funny because people always come at me saying, oh, I'm too old to do this or I'm too old to do that. So let me tell you a little story about that. Yesterday, was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I had a lesson with a student, and at the end of the lesson, towards the end of the lesson, she said, I bet I'm your oldest student. I said, well, I've had students in their 80s, late 70s, early 80s. And she said, I'm 89. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you are my oldest student. So she's an example of you're never too old. I mean, she's learning how to play didgeridoo, and she's doing really well at it. So I'm just kind of going by the adage that you're never too old to do anything. I'm 59, and yeah, it's really weird and really awkward that I'm sitting here in my mom's craft studio and I'm docking at my parents' place for now and just kind of like navigating through this whole pandemic thing just like everyone else. So it's a challenge. It's much more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. But some of the things that I've been finding over the last couple of years is a resilience and resourcefulness that I didn't think I had. And what that's doing for me is building up a kind of confidence to keep moving forward despite all of the self-doubt and all of the voices that telling me, you can't do this and you can't do that and this is going to be impossible and that's going to be impossible. It's just kind of kind of shove those aside and say, okay, that's great and everything, but I'm not going to listen to you because I already have in mind what I want. I know where I want to go with this and what I want to do. Ultimately, I would like to have my own place, which is basically a tiny home. I would love to have a tiny home on my own property with a studio and a workshop. That's it. I would be very happy with that. Yeah, definitely go through those moments of, man, can I do this? And then that's met with moments of, yes, I can do this. Anyway, I just got set up to edit a video for my Patreon patrons. One of my patrons asked me to do a video about meter and how that relates to didgeridoo. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on editing that video. So I'm going to end this video right here and say Happy New Year. And hope that your new year has started off really well. 2022, who knows how it's going to be. So just make it the best you can. That's all we can do right now. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.